It is early morning. Before Alex even opens their eyes, the house has already started the day's work. No voice commands were given and no buttons were pressed. We usually think of smart technology as something we talk to, like asking a speaker to play music. This is different. The home uses what is called ambient intelligence, which means the building itself learns Alex's rhythms and acts on them automatically. This graph shows the heating system following Alex's biology. As Alex enters lighter sleep, the room warms, hitting the ideal temperature upon waking. These adjustments prevent unnecessary heating, using energy only when needed to lower the monthly bill. Even the security system has become more observant. It uses local facial recognition to recognize family members, which stops the alarm from being triggered by the dog or a passing shadow on the porch. The real value of a smart home is not in the gadgets themselves. It is the way these invisible layers work together to handle the small details of life, so we don't have to. When Alex starts work, the digital desktop is already prepped. An assistant has sorted through the noise of the morning's emails and organized the files needed for the first meeting. This flowchart shows how new systems can follow a chain of logic. When a client email comes in, the software identifies the key data, updates the team's spreadsheet, and even writes a draft reply for Alex to review, all without being asked. In most offices, manually moving data from an email into a tracker is a chore that takes hours every week. Automating that sequence keeps the project moving without any human data entry. It is natural to worry when we see a machine handle a professional task, but having a computer manage a spreadsheet does not mean the person is no longer needed. When a professional gets those 3 hours back every week, they can spend that time on the things a machine cannot do, like talking through a client's concerns or finding a creative solution to a complicated problem. This shift means our roles are changing. Instead of being the ones who process the data, we are becoming the directors who decide what that data means for the business. At the office, technology acts like a co-pilot. It handles the mechanical, repetitive parts of the job so that humans can focus on the big picture decisions. Later, Alex goes for a medical checkup. The doctor is focused entirely on Alex, making eye contact and listening, rather than looking down at a computer screen. In the background, an AI listener is taking notes. It summarizes the conversation and organizes the medical record, allowing the doctor to actually practice medicine instead of doing paperwork. This radar chart compares health metrics from a smartwatch, like heart rate and sleep, against Alex's own history. It is designed to look for irregularities in how the heart is beating. If the software sees a pattern that doesn't match Alex's normal baseline, it sends a flag to the clinic, allowing the doctor to catch potential issues before the patient even feels a symptom. This assistance extends to medical imaging too. Software can now scan complex images, like MRIs, and compare them to millions of previous cases in seconds. This leads to faster, more accurate results. It helps doctors find problems earlier, when they are much easier to treat and have a better chance of a full recovery. The same technology is speeding up how we find new medicines. It sorts through vast libraries of chemical combinations to find the ones that might work, making it possible to create treatments for diseases that were once untreatable. Medicine is moving towards a system built around your specific biology, where the goal is to prevent you from getting sick in the first place. As Alex winds down for the evening, it becomes clear that the real revolution isn't about robots walking down the street. It is a quiet, supportive layer of technology that sits just out of sight. Whether saving energy at home, handling paperwork at the office, or checking heart health, the goal is the same: to remove the friction from our daily lives. By handing off the robotic, repetitive, and data-heavy chores to machines, we are opening up more space for our most human qualities. To make this work, these systems must be built responsibly. We need to ensure they are easy to understand, fair to everyone, and keep our personal information safe. The goal of artificial intelligence is to give us back our time and our focus. If an assistant could take over one daily chore for you, what would it be?